You're watching the IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series, and it's time to go drag racing here at Durana Dragway in Milan, Michigan. If you love door cars, we're going to bring you some of the fastest door cars on the planet. Pro Mod and Mountain Motor Pro Stock. Hello, I'm Ken Stout. Tommy Johnson Jr. sitting right alongside, and we love our door cars here at the IHRA. And boy, did they bring some heat in qualifying.
Boy, I tell you what, we saw great runs in the first session right off the bat in the heat of the day, and then we saw some even better runs at nighttime. Yeah,
no doubt. The record was falling. Pro Mod, it just seemed to tumble. Next car, next car, next car. Top three all underneath the previous ET record. Did set a mile-per-hour record as well at 208 mile per hour. So these things were really clicking off. Robin Robbins really put together a great run. He's going to be tough to beat out here. But with that said, the entire class is so tight.
Yeah, a lot of guys come out here. They had the racetrack redone here in Milan, Michigan, and it's smooth. It's got a lot of grip. The guys tuned them up for that night run, but the track ate it up, and they slowed down. So now, as we progress throughout the day and get into the nighttime today, they know what to do. They got to make those right changes to make even better runs because it's going to be tight. All three fields were really close in qualifying.
Pro Nitrous cars, yeah, they were underneath their ET record and mile per hour, over the mile per hour. So obviously both ends of it were reset. And then in Mountain Motor Pro Stock, it was great to have John Montecalvo come back out here and join the field. Of course, the 2009 champ. He came out, was number one at the end of the first session, and then I believe ended up number 3 in the second session. They said they missed it, much like you were talking about. The track was just better than they thought it was going to be.
They were all shooting for a 4.0 something. We got really close, 4.10, number one qualifier. So look out, Jerry Tucker won the race 2 weeks ago in Columbus. He wants to repeat, double up. Well, he's got a pretty good shot at starting number 1 today.
Yeah, qualified number 1. He threw one down again, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Sit back, relax. We're going to bring you some great door car racing. Put a 410 on the board 1 night ago. Tony Pontieri came out as the last car. It jumped up in the number 2 hole with a 412. First pair, Dave Hughes and one of the best in Kurt Neighbors.
Number 7 and 8 qualifiers, and I tell you, 418 to a 419 in qualifying. This is a very evenly matched pair. And as we saw in Columbus just a couple weeks ago, starting line, it might make a difference here. It's so close. And if you aren't on the tree, you're probably going to be going home.
Dave Hughes out of Nazareth, Pennsylvania, 2018 Haas Camaro. John Causey power underneath the hood of that beautiful car, lined up in the near lane. Really one of the most decorated drivers out here. But the fact that he's still inside of the car getting it done is amazing.
Loves drag racing and out here doing it to this day. Been doing it a long time.
Another Haas-Causey combination, built in 2000. Beautiful red, white, and blue car for Kurt Neighbor. Top bulbs on. Mountain Motor, here we go. Oh! I can't believe Neighbor didn't go red. I thought Neighbor was going to go red because it pulled him through the beams. Somehow ends up with an 044 light. However, on the other side, Dave Hughes red, listen to this, 0.0007, 7/10,000ths of a second. Too quick for Dave Hughes. And I'm telling you, right in front of us, we're both looking out of the window. I know we're supposed to watch the monitor, but
yeah.
But Neighbor, it's tugging Neighbor's car through the beams. I thought for sure he'd go red.
Yeah, I did too. As soon as he put the throttle down, it started pulling the car through the beams. I thought, oh, he's going red. And you look over and the red light's on the left-hand lane. I couldn't believe it.
So one of the twin brothers, as we talked about, they'll have a chance to face off. Dylan Voss will be the first of the two and line up alongside another seasoned driver, and Bill Neary. Ran Super Chevy for years. Pro Mod Nova called the prosecutor. This one as well. Dylan Voss lined up in the near lane. Bill Neary in the far lane. Voss with the Jerry Haas and Voss Racing Engines. Problem from Neary. Had to get out of the throttle. It was a handful early on. 044 light, 414 with a 9. Dylan Voss ready to go here as well. Nicely done in round number 1. He qualified in the number 6 hole with a 418, so stepping it up nicely.
Yeah, just like in Pro Mod and all the other categories, we're seeing as this weekend goes along, these guys are coming out first round and improving on every single run. First round and steps his performance by 0.04 of a second.
Corey Voss and Tony Pontieri will be our next pair. So one of the Vosses has made it through. Dylan made it. We'll see if Corey can follow up here.
Yeah, Pontieri, a 4.12 in qualifying, definitely has the advantage on performance, but we just saw Dylan Voss go 4.14, and we'll see if they applied any of that to his brother's car.
Tony Pontieri out of Canada, Bolton, Ontario. Both of them on the ball. Great drag race. That's what we love to see. 0.24 light for Corey Voss. Will not have enough for the 4.22 on the other side. Tony Pontieri goes 0.11 at the tree and then puts a 4.11 on the board, a little bit quicker than his qualifying effort.
Oh, even a little wiggle there. Got a little squirrely off the starting line and drove it right on down to 4.11. That thing's got more in it.
Yeah. Here comes Chris Powers. We were curious if Camry was going to make the call.
Yeah, she qualifying had some engine damage and she turned off the track, and I didn't know if she'd make it back up here. But
Camry on the ball, double 06 light, goes 4.13 with a 5, but loses here as a 4.12 is up on the board with Chris Powers, wins it by 7 10,000ths of a second.
Woo, that was a whole lot closer than Chris Powers thought it was going to be. Trust me, 006 and a 4.13. That car had very few runs on it. And they come out here first round, come out and run a 4.13. I know they're not happy with losing, but that was a very good first round for them.
0.15 light as well for Chris Powers. It wasn't like he missed it. Next pair coming up here is to be Dwayne Rice and Mike Murphy. Unfortunately, no call by Mike Murphy. Dwayne Rice out of Grove City, Ohio. Qualified in the number 4 hole, 4.13 with a 7. 0.40 light to go along with it. He's going to get a nice look at the track. Oh, 64 light puts a nice number on the board. 4.13 with an 8. Real solid.
Almost identical to his qualifying time, a 4.13 with an 8. He was 4.13 with a 7 in qualifying. The bad news is 4.13 doesn't get you lane choice.
And a couple of guys that have been racing for many, many years against each other, John Koenig chauffeur and John Montecalvo. Johnny K lined up in the near lane out of Otterville, Ontario. And of course, Monty out of Center Island in New York. Montecalvo, a 3-time Mountain Motor Pro Stock champ, including the 2009 IHRA Championship. Oh, and he's all over the place. Monty having to drive that thing. Koenig chauffeur on the other side trying to steal one here, and he's going to get it done. An 0.15 light to an 0.59 for Montecalvo. This one was pretty much settled at the starting line. A 4.18.4, just a little bit quicker than Monty's 4.18 with an 8. So excellent job there for John Koenig for turning that thing around, because, as you said, they've struggled with it.
Yeah, I said every time we go up here first round, there's been one car that's struggled throughout qualifying, and they get it done. What, John Montecalvo, he's driving the wheels off that thing out there sideways, pulling it back in, but Johnny K getting the round win and getting it figured out.
Here comes our number 1 qualifier, and the winner from Columbus, Jerry Tucker, JT. Coming out here from Lindsay, Oklahoma, Jerry Bickle car. Frank Gugliotta helping him out. Of course, Frank Gugliotta, a great driver in his own right in this category. 824 cubic inches of Gugliotta power. A couple of 4 barrels on this one. 5-speed trans, 2-disc clutch. Gugliotta also helping out in the crew chiefing department with Rich Purdy. Went 4.10 with a 4. he's just going to bump the light.
Yeah.
Save the parts and pieces, save the tune-up. Okay, we have plenty more great racing action coming your way. Stay with us. We'll be right back here at Durana Dragway. Welcome back to Milan, Michigan. We're here at Durana Dragway with the IHRA. Let's go racing. David Monday, the chassis builder, qualified in the number 9 hole with a 372. Will line up alongside Jason Lee, number 16 qualifier. Howard Moon helping out DMRC with the engine building duties there for David Monday out of Tennessee. Noon at 5:21. And this one over at the hit of the throttle for David Monday. Leaves too early by 11 thousandths of a second and hands it over.
Jason Lee get the win with the red light start by David Monday, but a 373 improved on his performance in qualifying with 376, so go in the right direction.
Just 200s between these two cars in qualifying. Disco Dean qualifying number 5, Colton qualifying 15th. Oh man, the Mustang, a handful right there. Front end up, did not want to go straight, had to get out of the throttle to keep that one alive. 375 with an 8. How about a double 08 light and an 010 light for Colton? Unfortunately, Colton's run was a nix right off the bat, but man, Disco Dean on the money at the starting line. Double 08 goes 375.
I mentioned the driver might be a little part of this. Man, is it going to be a driver's day. Taking a right-hand turn when he let off the starting line, got off the starting line, but Disco Dean's car right straight down the racetrack once again.
And here comes the man that made all the noise just one night ago, our number 1 qualifier, Robin Roberts in the near lane, will line up alongside Randy Adler, qualified number 24 with the 57, hoping to turn things around here today.
Kind of interesting, number 1 qualifier wanted to go out here, 3rd pair.
Yeah, I was wondering about that myself, to be honest with you.
Let's get it on. Let's do it. More time to work on between rounds.
Laundry up for our number 1 qualifier. Drives it down through there. Can he hang on? No, he's not going to get it done. Not going to get it done. You just never know what's going to happen out here. That's the beauty of this sport. Randy Adler puts together an 029 light, a 372 on the board. Robin Roberts with the laundry out early on and could not beat him to the stripe. 371.6 had the better ET, but got beat on a hole shot.
I said he needed a little help, and he had to be on time. He left on time and had a little help. The parachute falling out right about the Christmas tree. Unbelievable. I was like, oh no, the chute come out. But look at the front end in the air. It's going to make a great photo if somebody got a photo of that. Wheels in the air, parachute out. But he got the help he needed, and he tuned his car up, 372. Jacob and Neal having a whole much better weekend this weekend than he did in Columbus.
Both of them ready. Top bulbs are on. Let's go racing. Round 1 of Pro Mod. Boy, good side-by-side battle. Looks like it's going to go to the left lane, inside lane, if you will.
374 at 201. To a 381, 197, and you could see Jacob McNeil having to pedal that car. It was loose, bouncing around, out of control, pedaling it, trying to get the win, but all for naught. 374 on the other hand, other lane.
Joel Winsley grabbing the win here. So the 17 hole taking out the 8 hole. We saw the 24 hole take out the number 1 hole. Another good look at it here. Callie Mills and Bill Riddle. Callie Mills lined up in the near lane here. Callie Mills qualifying 5th in this large field with a 366. But another great lap here.
Yeah, red light on the right-hand lane. So,
yeah.
Yep.
So Callie grabbing the win here, as you would expect a number 5 qualifier to do, but Bill going after it there. Unfortunately, leaves a little bit early. Kai Kelly qualifying 11th. Tom Blenko qualifying 14th. On paper, very, very close here. Blenko with that beautiful Corvette.
Kai Kelly, round win. Cars out there picking the front end up. You can hear somebody pedaling out there. I'm pretty sure it was in left-hand lane because you could see the thing falling back, but he kept pedaling as it went down through there. Both of them looks like maybe a little bit. 369 for Kai Kelly.
Yeah, beautiful lap there. Quickest we've seen here in round number 1. DiDomenico and Calso will square off here. Of course, DiDomenico making it to the final round at our season opener, and will square off against Jason Calso, who put a 385 up on the board, good enough for the 18th position. His son Sal, crew chiefing on that one. Level performance is the engine builder for Jason Calso. SSI Roots Blower, 521 Hemi. DiDomenico out of the groove there just a bit, trying to save that one.
$371 for Mike, $380 for Jason. That's a pretty hard move for a Pro Mod car to just pull it back over in the center of the groove like that.
DiDomenico with a 008 light. Larson and Sullivan coming up here next.
Oh, looks like Craig might be having some issues out there. Doesn't look like he can get it reversed. They're out there trying to get him pushed back.
Talked about Larry Larson with that gorgeous shoebox. Yeah, tough break here for Sully.
They haven't given up yet. They're going to try to push him back. Yeah.
See if we can get him back.
Well, it doesn't look like Sully's going to make the lap. He shut it off and backing up. Something must have broke on the burnout. So Larry Larson's going to get a freebie here first round.
Find out what he has here. On paper, these two were really, really close. Separated by just a couple of thousandths of a second. Was looking forward to the race.
Well, you can see the little tape there on the front fender of Larry's car. He did get loose in qualifying, come across the center line and took the cones out. So it did do a little damage, but able to get it repaired. $374, $204.
Yeah, left a little bit early there.
Yeah. That's single. Why not, man? Go for it.
Go for it. See where you're at. See if you can pull it off.
Yeah, that's right. But it's single. It's freebie. It's good.
We've got a lot of racing still to go. You don't want to go anywhere. Stick with us. We'll be right back. You're watching the IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series. We're here at Durana Dragway. Let's go. Tim Brown and Kurt Stedding will be our next pair. Stedding qualifying 4th, man. That thing was fast. 366 with a 7. Tim Brown on the 21 hole did not have a good run. We'll see if he can put it together here. Certainly has not started off as he would prefer. Stedding in the far lane, and Stedding's going to get the win here, but I'm going to tell you what, man, Tim Brown was keeping him honest. They were side by side there at the hit for a little bit, so good stuff. How about an 030 light for Tim Brown? So after all of that, he was ready to go, and Stedding an 086 light, so had to track him back down, put the 366 with an 8 on the board. If I'm not mistaken, quickest pass we've seen here in round 1.
Absolutely. Nice, great pass. And it was going to take a whole lot more than that 30 light to get around that 366.
And next up, the Madman, Frankie Taylor, will be part of this pair. Of course, our winner at Columbus. To race David Atkins. I don't see David up here just yet. Oh, turbo car that got into the wall last night. That's right.
Yep. Wasn't able to get it fixed and not be able to make it back up here. He turbo car got out there and just blew the tires off in qualifying, made a hard turn and tagged the wall. But Frankie, he's going to get a freebie here first round. But man, his car has been so consistent for all of Columbus and here as well.
Straight as a string. Throws the chutes out, puts a 369 on the board. He is ready to play ball.
You aren't lying about straight as a string. I don't. Pro Mod cars don't make runs that straight. That was a really nice run for Frankie, and you're right. Giving this guy a free shot at the racetrack, only going to make him better as the day goes on.
Nice when a race car does that, huh? James Beadling and Jason Harris will be our next pair. Jason Harris with a great run as well. Went to the number 2 slot with a 365.
Man, sitting back in the lanes, you know, he's towards the back of the first round of pairs of cars, and you got to be going, oh, come on, man, just quit raining. I got a really good race car. I want to go out there and go some rounds.
Beadling hoping he can find the magic here after a tough qualifying session.
Yeah, just struggled a little bit qualifying, couldn't get a hold of the racetrack, and track has cooled down a little bit. Might just be the difference that he needs.
Jerry Bickle car for the party time. He's in trouble here at the starting line, unfortunately. Gets in a little bit of trouble as well, clicks it off early, so James Beadling is going to grab the win, really turns it around as well, puts together a decent run here at 371 with an 8, but the 013 light had him out front first.
Yeah, you can see right here, Jason Harris has problems right there. It's like it looked weird, like it spun the tires, maybe rattled a little bit, he's shutting it off, and we got another upset. Number 1 is out, and number 2 is out.
Wow. That'll bring up Brad Eglian and Wes DeStefano.
Exactly what you said.
Yep, it's one of those.
Yep. That's Illumina.
It's Illumina. It is Illumina. 046 light lined up for Wes and puts a 367 with a 6 on the board. An 013 light for Eglian and the Lumina. My apologies to him. Puts a 388 on the board. Just couldn't stay in the throttle to enough to hang down there with Wes. And Wes will grab the win here.
367, second quickest run of the first round. Man, he's getting that thing really turned around. That was a great pass.
Naturally aspirated, big cubic inches. It is Mountain Motor Pro Stock, one of the staple marks here at the International Hot Rod Association, and one of the staple marks of the category itself in Kurt Neighbor. Great to have him out here. Long time, very successful competitor, and he'll line up alongside Jerry Tucker, and Jerry Tucker looking for the double.
Kurt Neighbor coming here with lane choice at only a 423.
Top bulb's on. Tucker pedaling that thing, and maybe Tucker did have an issue one day ago. He was not able to keep that thing under power to the finish line, so it'll go back to Kurt Neighbor. 026 light, 415 with a 4, good enough to get to the next round. Yeah, one day ago, 423, knew he had to pick up the pace if he was going to hang in this category, but seasoned veteran will certainly do that. Johnny K lined up in the far lane, and it was Johnny K that took out John Montecalvo. We talked about Montecalvo struggling to hit the tire a day ago, but Koenigshofer put a 418 on the board. Dylan Voss a 414 on the board. However, Koenigshofer had an 015 light, so could possibly make up the difference if he does that here again today, and Dylan follows up with another 044 or so. flicker in that bulb. Koenigshofer just seemed soft at the hit of the throttle. 079 light just was not there, so Dylan Voss drives away here. 018 puts a 417 on the board. Plenty to get around Koenigshofer this round.
Oh, you see the thing spin the tire, shake a little bit, turn to the right, and that was all over.
Next up would be Chris Powers and Dwayne Rice. Powers, a powerhouse in the category, qualified in the number 5 hole. Dwayne Rice in the number 4 hole. So a couple of really good cars about to square off. And a great battle. We said it was going to be a great battle. ET's oh so close. 412 with a 6 to a 412 with a 9 for Dwayne Rice. You said it would come back to the starting line, and it did. Chris Powers an 022 light to an 036 for Dwayne Rice. Margin of victory 16 thousandths of a second. Just a good old drag race.
Man, I tell you, Mountain Motor Pro Stock's putting on such a good show. So close in ETs, and it's coming down to the driver and the starting line, getting off the starting line first, and even those were close.
And Tony Pontieri will pull up here, has a bye run, but I would think would run this thing to the stripe. And the reason I say that, I mean, he has a fast car, no doubt. Round number 1, put a 411 on the board. This thing's a rocket ship, and he was 011 at the light. So very, very good at both ends. But I would think he'd want to run it down to the stripe to get an idea of where he's at, because he will have to line up alongside a very strong Dylan Voss in the semifinals.
Yeah, you want to have lane choice going into the semifinals. Plus, the conditions are different than yesterday. You want to see what you got today. Yesterday, a 411 was a great run, but that was a whole different day. And he's going to go out here, try to get lane choice, and see where the tune-up is at today.
Causey power under the hood. Hit the limiter right there. Yeah, 004 reaction time on the red side puts a 429 on the board, not the run he's hoping for. Keep in mind, Voss went a 417.
Yeah, it just didn't look very good. It was a little loose. It kind of looked like it was skating around, and I think he was having to drive it some, and it might have got him off just a little bit on his timing. You could hear it hit the rev limiter a couple times, and that'll kill the ET, and only a 429. That's unusual for that car.
We're going to take a quick break here. We've got a lot of drag racing yet to cover, so stay with us. It's the second stop of the 2025 IHRA Tour, and it brings us to Durana Dragway. Let's go racing. Wes in the far lane, Mike in the near lane. Both guys ready to go here. An 036 like for Mike DiDomenico, and he was behind. How about an 012 light for Wes, getting it done, another 60 up on the board, 368 with a 9, and grabs the win here to go in to round number 3.
I mean, the conditions might be a little different out there, but you wouldn't know it. Only a 100th difference in ET, and just outstanding run. Left the starting line. When that thing goes, leaves the starting line, wheels up in the air, both of them. But you could definitely tell. Look at them bouncing the front end. You could tell who was out ahead from the whole race.
Disco Dean in the far lane, Madman Frankie Taylor in the near lane. Oh, said he could get up on the wheel. He was going for it. He knew he had to get some sort of advantage at the starting line if he was going to compete competitively. With that said, I wonder if Frankie's car broke, because he would have drove that thing to the finish line, and he did not under power. 008 red for Disco Dean. Leaves too early. Red light, he's done. Put it in the box. 372 just might have gotten it done, though, had he gone green.
Yeah, he's gonna kick himself. Man, he's so close. 008 red. And Frankie's car, you can see it leave the start line, and the pipes went wet. Something broke in that car. Disco Dean would have had a round win. Frankie, I said he was getting lucky yesterday.
372 for Disco Dean, his best effort of the weekend, and unfortunately just left too early. A couple of cool cars coming back at us, including this all-steel body 1984 Chevy Camaro driven by Kai Kelly, of course, one of the fastest cars on the property when it comes to door cars on the planet, really. And James Beadling lining up alongside with the 2018 Chevy Camaro.
Beadling pulling that big upset, taking out the #2 qualifier first round. So wouldn't be surprised to see another upset here.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Beadling qualifying in the 23 hole. So a great job in round one. Great rebound for him to get around Jason Harris, who qualified #2. And again, we'll have another red light here. Kai Kelly red by 1/1000th of a second.
We almost saw a rarely used rule, first or worst. Kai Kelly goes red. He's out. He's disqualified. The winner's automatically in the left lane until, if he hadn't shut this off and taken those cones out, it would have went back to Kai Kelly. So, oh, look at that thing pairing the front end right here, and just misses those cones. If he'd have knocked that block over, Kai Kelly back in.
Randy Adler in the far lane, in the near lane, that beautiful shoebox Nova 1966 vintage Larry Larson. When he left, by the way, left a little bit early. It was a single, it was no big deal. We'll see if he's on the bulb here today, because Adler a day ago was an 029. Oh man, and again over by the center line. Adler just late here today. 011 light for Larson. He was ready to go, but got over there by that center line, had to get out of the throttle to save it.
Did I mention it? It's really helpful these things go straight down the racetrack? We're not seeing too much of that today. I mean, these things are all over the place, and tiptoeing the center line, getting around wins. This is, I'm sure they'd rather just go straight down the track, but boy, it's entertaining.
Just one more time from a different angle.
Boy, it shook the tires and pulled him to the right so hard. He did that once in qualifying as well, but man, it's, I think he's in trouble. I don't know.
Yeah, as far as we know, we think that they said it was a clean pass, so difficult to tell, and we will rely on the race officials to make their calls. And it seems like Larry Larson is good to go. That brings up Kurt Stedding and Jason Lee. Kurt Stedding, 086 light, 366 though in round number one. Jason Lee, an 039 light, 373.
Yeah, 366 was low ET the round and the race. I mean, outstanding run.
Top bulb on for Stedding. Here we go. Stedding with the starting line advantage and keeps it all the way through to the finish line. 019 light, 369 will move him into the next round.
Wow, straight. Finally, we got two straight down the racetrack, and look how much going straight pays off. 369 to a 370.
I mean, Jason Lee wasn't late by any stretch of the imagination with an 047, but he just got beat at both ends of the track. Next up, Callie Mills, featured in the near lane out of Sand Springs, Oklahoma, 68 Chevy Camaro. Beautiful car, of course. And Joel Winsley in the far lane out of Brooklyn, Michigan, as they inch up towards that pre-stage bulb. Callie in. Callie getting after it, does a great job here. 042 puts a 365 on the board in that left lane. Straight, I mean, really nice straight pass right there for Callie.
365. You're right, that is a bracket car. 66, 66, 65.
With an 8.
Yeah.
Almost a 66.
Yeah. Wow. Look at them things. Nice, straight, down the track runs. And just another 360. I mean, that car is slowly becoming the favorite today.
Stick with us here. We've got a lot of racing yet to cover, and you don't want to miss any of it. We'll be right back to Durana Dragway with the IHRA. Welcome back to Durana Dragway with the IHRA. Dylan Voss and Tony Pontieri will be our first pair. Semifinals here. Trying to make it to the final with a crack at $15,000. Pontieri, the number 2 qualifier. Voss, the number 6 qualifier. Trying to get to the final round. And Pontieri not able to get it to the finish line under power. 0.44 light for Voss. Goes 4.17. Last time out, 4.17. So very consistent here.
Yeah, I mean, they've done a really good job all weekend, been very consistent, and that's winning rounds. Going down the racetrack where other guys are having problems. Pontieri didn't have enough clutch in it last round. Might have had too much this round. Went out there and shook the tire as soon as he dropped the clutch.
Next pair coming up here, Kurt Neighbor and Chris Power. Power's low ET of the round, 412 of the 6. Top speed, 174. With that said, Kurt Neighbor, 0.26 on the light last round, 0.44 round number 1. I bring that up because if you think at 77 years of age he is an easy pushover, you'd have another thing coming.
Yeah, you're dealing with experience there.
A lot of experience.
Chris Powers, I mean, this car's kind of been the dominant car at both races. He was runner-up at Columbus just a couple weeks ago. He came in here running well again, dominating this race. I like his confidence. He's going to be tough to beat. He wants to go one better than he did in Columbus and just kind of take over this class right now.
Final preparations here to move them up there into the box. Powers 412 in round 1, 412 in round 2. Neighbor had to find some steam between round 1 and round 2 and did so. Bumped the pace up from a 23 to a 15. Rolling it forward, here we go. Red light. We saw Neighbor's car pull forward before, and it looked like it pulled forward again a little bit when he got up on the two-step there, and this time it cost him.
Chris Powers, 415. Nice solid run, especially in the heat conditions right now.
I think he also reacted to that red light, 01 or 017 red, but early, I should say, not red, for Chris Powers.
We heard him talking earlier after that win on the interview that he was asked whether or not he will just take the tree and idle it down there, save the parts and pieces. But he said, no, we need the information. These guys are quicker than us, so we need to go out here and see if we can improve and get the car's performance a little better. So I don't think he's going to take the tree. He's going to make a full pass and see what they got.
2024 track champion here in Pro Mod. RichardsAutoParts.com, sponsorship on the side of that beautiful 72 Oldsmobile that has been deadly fast and consistent all weekend long. 367 in round 1, 368 in round 2, 370 in round 3 with a 000 reaction time.
He was on the tree. He was ready.
Yeah, the round before that, an 012 light. 038 light, and just as you said, he stabs it and runs it to the stripe. 373 with a 2 in the heat of the day.
You know, earlier in the weekend, they struggled in qualifying. They said they put a new engine in that thing, and it threw the balance of the car off a lot. I'll tell you what, they seem to have it figured out now, because that car is handling way better than it was earlier this weekend. You can see right there, nice and smooth. Got the front end up, sets the front end down. Earlier this weekend, that car was all over the place, so they're getting that new engine and combination figured out.
Steadying in the far lane. Mills in the near. Callie left too early. It's over. Kurt Stedding will go to the final round. 368. And Callie's efforts, 365. Unfortunately left too early. Once again, she had a great hot rod, but it will all be for naught.
Yeah, she's going to be kicking herself. Go out here and run 365 in these conditions. Just left a little too early. They were both on the tree. He was even early too, but once one goes red, the other one can't. Nice pass for both cars. Just a little too early. She's going to be hating that, but like she said, a couple weeks, big money in a couple weeks here in Pro Mod, so
they've got a good car.
This is great testing for it, for sure.
Pro Mod coming up here next will be a final round. Inside of this one will be Bert Stedding. Inside of this one will be Bert Stedding out of Pennsylvania. We'll find out how he does here. He's had a hot rod all day long. He's definitely the advantage and has chosen that right lane. And no doubt, Wes is going to have to pick up the pace if he's going to hang with him.
Wes would love nothing more than win here at his home track.
Will be our 60th different winner. Boy, both cars really having to drive those things, and a great battle once again. Kurt Stedding's going to hang on to it with a 368, had an 028 light. Wes did get him at the starting line. I mean, he was going to make him earn it. An 010 light for Wes goes 371. That's what that car has been doing pretty much all weekend. So again, very, very consistent, but missed it by 8 thousandths of a second.
Both these cars so consistent all day long. 368, 371, just like they've been running all day. Boy, Wes's car moving over to the left right there. Probably cost him a couple hundreds.
And Kayla's up there at the top end.
Thank you.
Kurt Stedding, you just won your, maybe this is your first Ironman trophy.
That is actually my first Ironman.
All right. 368 with the 4, and you were just talking about your trip zip reaction time.
Trip zip, yeah. Trip zip, it's not something you like to see, but I'll take it in the finals, for sure. I mean, Wes, he's good on the tree. I watched him win a lot of 632 races being good on the tree, and we knew I had to bring it.
What did you do to prepare for the finals today?
Try to keep your mind cool. You know, I knew my team was going to bring it. I knew Todd was going to put the right deal in there, and I let go of that button, and I was ahead. It feels good.
Now we have that $125,000 to win Pro Mod race coming up in 2 weeks. Will we see you there?
You will see us there. I thank you to Daryl. He's done such a nice job and made this a really nice place to race, and I look forward to doing more of them.
All right. Thank you so much, Kurt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great stuff, man. So $50,000 richer to the 60th different winner in the Pro Modified category. What a great day for that team, and they have been so consistent throughout. I mean, they earned this one. Chris Powers with lane choice will stay in the right lane or far lane. And Dylan Voss gets the burnout completed. Chris Powers with lane choice will stay in the right lane or far lane. Chris really good though in our first round of competition here today with 022 light. It'll be tough. 018 light for Dylan Voss as well in the first round today. Both of them can get up on it. as we talked about, will be our 77th different winner in the Mountain Motor Pro Stock category. Checking things out here before they go. That wheelie bar setup, so critical. The Jerry Haas cars, Sonny Leonard race engines, he's very proud of as well. And of course, the Voss boys are also proud of their racing engine built in-house, Jerry Haas race car. And how about that, man? A massive starting line job done by Chris Powers. A 005 light goes 417 with a 2 to an 022 light and a 417 with a 5. 200ths is the margin of victory, but that was an incredible side-by-side drag race.
Both those guys knew how important the starting line was going to be. Chris Powers, 005.
60-foot time. 0.9968 for Voss, 0.9969 for Powers. I mean, they were locked together side by side. At the 330, 2.742 for Voss, 2.746 for Powers. I mean, it was a heck of a battle.
Congratulations to Chris Powers, runner-up in Columbus, comes back here. You could tell from the start of the weekend, he wanted this one.
Oh, I'm stoked. I mean, with Sonny Power, Chuck Sam was tuning. This is the only thing left that we were trying to get for Sonny, but IHRA stopped running years ago. But we've won championships in PDRA. We've won races NHRA. We got Wallies. Now we got an Ironman. I am pumped. Thanks to my son, everybody that's helped us. My daughter's here, my wife Diane. Sonny's, I can't thank them enough. They work on these motors nonstop and turn them around within days. Chuck Samuel, Rob Bielko, ATI Performance. The owners of IHRA, everybody here, thank you. This would not be possible without any of you guys and the fans.
Enjoy that Ironman.
As anticipated, we had some great racing here today. Hope you enjoyed all the action. For Kristen Beat and Kristen Banks and my colleague Tommy Johnson Jr., I'm Ken Stout. We'll see you next time with the IHRA.